I'm back on a review for you. This time we have this signature signing Ben Yedder card. Now, when I saw him, I was like, I'm 100% doing this card. In the game to play with him, I played 12 games of Foot Champs. I scored 18 and got 3 assists. I think in the end I lost one of the games. I can't remember in total, but I think I lost one. He was a good opponent, to be fair. I lost like 7-4, something like that. But on stats then. So he's 5'7", high-low work rate. He's right-footed with 4-star skills. 5-star weak foot. He's got 87 pace, 88 shooting, 82 passing, 90 dribbling, and 74 physical. So on paper, it looks like quite a good card, to be fair. But I'll think more about that after, on the positive native side. If you do enjoy this video, please like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so if you help me towards that, I'll greatly appreciate it. But I've got nothing more to say, so enjoy the clips, and peace.
Gave you too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that I follow. Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me bleed. All of the pain seems to follow, like a shadow dark and cold to the touch. Am I insane not to let go? Oh, go on, just do what you do. And it as I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. As I bleed for you, cry for you, oh, oh. Let me bleed. Let me
So on to positives then. So this card's really, really good in game. It is literally Rat Boy Ben Yedder back at it. Like, he's so good. So we'll start then. So first meet is the 5-star weak foot. Now you could add the skills in there as well just to boost it up, but the 5-star weak foot is what's key about that. It just allows him to be very versatile, should we say, because like they don't know what foot he's going to go on because he can just smack it on either foot. It's really, really nice. It just allows you to create a lot of opportunities no matter what foot it's on. Now, next up for me is the pace. Now, the pace actually felt a lot better than that. His pace is similar to that Ousmane Dembele card, but in game it's so much faster. I'm guessing because of his height, but he felt so electric in game, as you've seen by some of the goals. Like, he just burst through and goal really, really nicely. It's a very good aspect about him. Now, next up for me is just general shooting. Now, except from the long shots, these are all really, really spectacular, to be fair. The finishing was a special thing for me. Honestly, with that 5-star week 4, he's so deadly in front of goal. Like, he rarely missed, and when he did, it was maybe human error at times. He had, like, one or two that maybe wasn't, but yeah, the finishing's really good. The attack position's amazing. The shot power's brilliant in game, like absolutely brilliant. I do recommend the Hunter still, just because it needs to be boosted a little bit, but overall, really nice. Now, next up for me is going to be the short pass and the curve. Now, I'm not going to put the vision in there necessarily, even though it is quite decent. Just the short pass and the curve, because they are standout stats there. The curve especially goes hand in hand with the outside the foot shot trait as well. I know I was going to say the finesse shot trait, but he doesn't actually have it. I don't know why I thought he did. It's just his finesses are that good. But the outside the foot shot trait is really nice. He scored a really nice one for me, so that was another nice aspect. So that's the short pass, really good in game. The curve's really good, and the outside the foot shot trait. All three of these just make him really deadly. Now, next up for me is going to be the agility. Now, the agility for me, really good in game. And this height, like, both of these together, like, so good. Like, if you had 5-star skills, you'd literally be, like, I don't know, top 3 cards in the game, I reckon. Like, he's that good. The agility, he's so swift on the ball, so nimble in around the box, and he's just so hard to get off the ball. Now, I'm not going to put the balance in the positives. I know it's a very high stat, but I'll speak why on the negative side, why I'm not going to, because it's a little bit here and there at times. But next up for me is going to be ball control. Now, this I use a lot this year with the R1X passes. Just a drill pass to get it in between your strikers, or like between your wides and your strikers and stuff like that. So it's just a very handy thing to like not lose the ball when you're passing it around. So the 90 ball control, really good. Now, one of my last ones for me, if not my last one actually, is the composure stat. Now, this, along with the finishing, along with the 5-star week 4, just makes him that ideal striker, and a very, very deadly striker in front of goal who will practically score anything you put in front of him. It's just worldly finishing. Like, it's one of the best I've used. But so from positives, now let's go to negatives. So on to negatives now. So there's not actually that many negatives, to be fair, but the ones I have, they're a little bit annoying, but they're generally speaking, they're not that bad. You don't really notice it that much, but let's go through them then. So first for me is the long shots. Now, the long shots for him are quite bad, to be fair. I did try a few. I actually green one, and it still went miles away from the goal. So even with the new finesse shot buff and the curve, he still doesn't really feel good at finessing, so long shots, that is. I wouldn't advise doing long shot finesses. Inside the box, definitely, but the actual long shots, I don't recommend if the keeper's in goal. Now, next up for me is the crossing stat. Now, I know this, you not only think like, oh, he's a striker, it doesn't really matter, but he had one chance where he had to cross it for me, literally an open goal, because his keeper's coming out to me, and he just put the pass behind the man, and I was just like, what the hell are you doing? So that was a little bit frustrating at times, and this will go hand in hand with your long passing. So both of them, they're kind of average stats, to be fair. You don't really need it on a striker, long passing, but if you like, sometimes you might have that wide play running through and your strike's got the ball and you want to feed him through, just be careful of that long passing. Now, next up for me is a weird one. Now I'm going to do two stats together here. So the balance and the strength. I know the balance is good, but because of the low strength, he gets pushed off very easily because of his height. So the balance actually kind of gets counteracted, so I'm going to put that in the negatives as well. I know it's a very high stat, but this is the reason I do these reviews, because then you can actually see how a card is and what stats are good, what stats are bad. But yeah, the balance and strength, honestly not that good in game. He did get pushed in the back quite a few times and lost composure because of it, but generally speaking, 1v1 with the keeper, he's amazing. Now, next up for me is going to be aerial ability. Now, the aerial ability for me is very bad. 5'7" with 82 jumping, 78 heading accuracy. He's not really going to be winning many headers, and if he does, it's not really going to be doing much with it. Like, if even scoring, it's never going to happen, to be honest. But it's okay mid-ground. Because of his height, it goes a little bit worse. Now, next up for me is the stamina. The stamina for me is here and there. He did get tired on the 80th minute, I will be honest, but generally speaking, because he's a striker and he can only really play striker, I don't really think it's that bad. It will last you the whole game. Now, since I'm picking holes in this card, I'm actually going to go with some ones it doesn't have that I would probably want him to have. So as I was speaking about on the positive side, I want him to have the finesse shot trait. If he had that, it'd be really, really good. And also the 5-star skills. So the lack of both of them just means he's not really the top cards in the game. This is why you probably won't see like pros that use him, because he's not full meta, even though he is really good in the game. But that's all from my negatives. Now let's go to overall scores. So on overall scores then. So first, it's the pace. Now the pace for me, I really enjoyed in game. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I do really think it's that good. I think those stats are a little bit of a lie. It's because of his height necessarily. But generally speaking, he's just so electric through on goal. Now, shooting, I'm actually going to give it a 9.5 out of 10. I do really think it's that good. Better aspects of it, maybe better long shots, maybe a bit more shot power, but overall, he's so deadly in front of goal. Like, he's one of my favourite finishers I've used this year, especially with that 5-star weak foot. Now, next up is the passing. Now, the passing overall, you've got good aspects like the vision, the short pass, and the curve. Then you've got really bad aspects like the long pass and the crossing. So overall, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. It's quite average. It's not the best, not the worst. Now, the dribbling for him overall, I really did enjoy it. I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10. Reason being, he's got very good stats overall, but it's because he doesn't have the 5-star skills. If he had that as well, he'd probably be like a 9.5. It would be really worldy, but he's still good without it. Now, the physical stats, generally speaking, they're quite bad overall. Jumping's okay, the stamina's okay, the strength's quite bad, and the aggression's awful. So overall for it, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. I do really think that could be one of his better aspects, should we say, that needs to be boosted, but then again, it's not really too bad. So value for coins then. Now, this card is coming at a steep price at 1 million coins as recording this. I know I bought him for 900k, but he's 1 million, as Footbin says. So, do I think it's worth it? I'm going to say he's probably worth about 700k, even though he's one of my favourite cards. So, overall for the value for coins, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. You may think that's a little bit low, but generally speaking, that's a lot of coins to be spending on one player. And I don't think many people have that attainable coins right now. So, just be wary of that. He is very good, but he's very pricey. So overall score for him then, I'm going to give him a 9.3 out of 10. I really did enjoy the card, to be fair. There's a few aspects like the stamina and the lack of 5-star skills to let him down. But overall, very deadly card, and he's one of the best strikers in the game. So that's it for my review. I hope you enjoyed it as always. If you did, please like, subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, so you can help me towards that. I would greatly appreciate it. But I've got nothing more to say, so I'll see you on the next review, and peace out, guys.